welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I thought I'd do a get ready with me. I love doing these but I just don't do them that often. The kids are at school, so I thought why not show you how I just basically put my makeup on today. And I'm wearing a little bit of eyeshadow, which I don't usually do but I have done today. So yes, I hope you enjoy the get ready with me. I did actually do my hair this morning before the school run, but it's raining, so I am going to quickly go over it again. Whilst I'm doing this side of my hair, so it is soaked into my skin, I'm gonna, if I can catch it, pop some primer on. I use this primer, I absolutely love it. I've always thought I had dry skin, but for some reason this past few months, maybe within a year, I've noticed a lot of like blackheads and open pores, and I get it like right in this bit right here, so I get that there, all on my nose, here, and then down here. So I think I have combination skin, and what I was doing is I was hydrating my skin so much that obviously it would make my pores even bigger. And even though I do have dry skin, like around my nose here, it made this part a lot worse. And I am oily on the tip of my nose here. So I use the MUA Hydrating primer, which is brilliant, but I did want to use the oil. But then since I found out that obviously oil is probably going to be worse for my skin, the hydrating one is the best one that I have found that kind of makes my face better. This is the one I use, and it's the moisturising primer with vitamin and tea tree oil, so it does have a bit of oil in it, but it's not as obviously as strong as the actual oil primer, because that is literally drops of oil. So yeah, finish straightening my hair. Got a big like dint in my head up here. When I was younger, I used to have almost straight hair. The only time that it would go curly was, or wavy, was when I was on holiday and I used to have layers put into my hair, because the bottoms of them used to kind of like just have a bit of a curl on. So I remember, because I never really used to do much with it on holiday and I had it in layers, so it means it'd curl better, I liked it. But I had my hair permed about 9 years ago. Yeah, almost, well, I'll say about 8.5, 9 years ago. Less than 9 years ago. And this is to me, we can perm it. They give me the biggest curl that they can get. This is what I don't see it lasting very long, because my hair, even though my hair is quite fine, they said I have a lot of it. So they said that it might drop out within a couple of months, and I was like, oh, that's fine. So I went and got it done, and it lasted over a year. And then since then, even though obviously it's been cut out by then already, I've obviously not got any of that hair left in my head. My hair's just all of a sudden become curly. Like, look, my hair's like that all over. And I was like, how is that possible? And they said it must be because I weren't using the straighteners. My hair just came out of its like natural. But I mean, I didn't start straightening my hair until like I was only what, 9 at school. And my hair was almost straight. I used to have just a few like little kinks in it, but that's about it. But my mum's not got curly hair, my dad hasn't, but my grandma did. And then my great grandma did on the other side of the family. So that's probably what it is. And it's the same, isn't it, with anything, your hair can change as you grow. So as I'm growing, my hair is getting curlier. My mum was the same. My mum's ginger, and she was like really orangey ginger when she was little, but now she's more like a strawberry blonde. So her hair colour's changed. So mine has a little bit as well, which is strange. I've got a mousy blonde hair, mousy brown. I call it a dirty blonde. I said it's like a grey, but for some reason now the sun comes out, it is turning golden, which I don't quite get. But I do prefer it dark. But when I've got it light, for some strange reason, it makes me look really young. Same when I have my hair short. I have pictures of me just before I had few months before I had it permed, with short hair like up to here, and obviously with like natural hair colour, and yeah, I look like 10 when I'm actually like almost 20, which is insane. I'm just going to do my basic everyday makeup. I might add some eyeshadow in because I've got time. The kids are at school. I don't tend to do my makeup when the kids are at school. I do it in the mornings. So I just tend to go with like the basics, kind of. It usually takes me like 15 minutes to do my makeup. I'm quite fast at doing it now. Right. Just grabbing everything I need. Sorted. And then I might grab my eyeshadow palette in a second when I've done the basics. So like I said, I've already popped the primer, the MUA Hydrating Primer, and I am going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. One pump's usually not enough and 2 pumps too much, so I kind of like pump it once and then just kind of tap it a little bit. It gives me like a pump and a half. I could probably get away with 1 pump, but I like it a little bit thicker around my cheeks because, excuse the spots, they're really bad, but I'm covered in freckles. Put a mask on yesterday to try and help them. So hopefully they'll be calming down now. I've had a bit of concealer on them because I use shade or 2 lighter. With spots and stuff, it's best not to put any concealer on them that's lighter than your skin, but if you put them on whilst you're doing your foundation, they don't highlight it as much, so you're kind of mixing it. If you want to know the shade that I have, it is 110 and it's Vanilla Rose. I can get away with having pretty much any undertones that I want because I have a natural undertone. I don't like having the like orange and yellow undertone. I don't like that one. I don't mind having like the dark brown colours, you know, to make you look a bit more tanned and whatnot, which tend to be the neutral ones, but I quite like the red one. I've got quite a red face, so I find the red balances the red foundation balances the redness on my face. Strange the way that works, but yeah, I tend to go with a bit more red undertones. When it comes to everything else though, I like more warmer undertones. So like the orangey, well not orangey, but I like more of the tanned. Same with my highlighter. I much prefer a pink highlighter to any other. Now with the concealer that I'm doing under my eyes, I'm using the Infallible concealer. It took me a long time to try and find a concealer I like, and I actually do love this out of all the concealers I've got because I like it to be quite thick concealer, but it needs to be very blendable as well. Yeah, I've got extremely like darker freckles underneath my eyes, like around this part, so because I found using my blending bud puts it in places I don't want to, I just kind of blend it out a little bit with my finger. Right, so now I've kind of made that come out a bit. Obviously it's not blended in properly, but it will do in a second. I'm just going to grab my brush and grab some powder to set it, and that's kind of when I blend it out. I'm using the Primark loose powder. This one is in Ivory, so I think it's the second to lightest one. And what I'm going to do, because there's always loads in there, I'm just going to gently tap it because it puts absolutely loads on. And then I just kind of put it in the lid like this, just so it's evenly mixed. And then I just pop it in my eye. Because obviously I'm getting older now, I'm getting the wrinkles. I've got to properly make sure I push it in right under my eyes. If not, I don't want it setting in to like little wrinkles that I'm getting. is sorted. So next I'm going to be popping on some bronzer. I do use a lot of bronzer. I like my bronzer. I use my bronzer to contour, but for some reason I like loads of it. It just makes me look tanned. Right, so I'm going to be using this brush. It's a blusher brush, but because it's like angled and stuff, I find it way more easier to do kind of like my contouring with my bronzer. I am using the Primark one. It's the matte bronzer in Fearless. I did used to use a like shimmer one, but I've stopped using just the shimmer one. I've started using a matte one and then some highlight on top. Makes it a little bit easier. This is very, very, very pigmented, so yeah, I just lightly tap it twice and then look at that. It is very pigmented. Proper pigmented. And it's only £2 as well. It's only £2 as well, which is really, really good. And then I'm just going to pop some on my forehead. That's me bronzer. Right. Next, let's do the highlight. I do the highlighting now because I used to kind of like, well, I still do hate it, but I used to hate doing your eyebrows and then you'd see like the end of them just glittering, and I absolutely hate it because I do use like a precision brush to put under my eyebrows. So I found that if I just put it on before I do my eyebrows, then it works out better. So this one I'm using is the Mink Pink from Primark highlighter. I absolutely love it. There isn't different type of shades. You can get like the white, then more of a brown one, but this is the pink one. I like the pink highlighter, like I said before. This is very highly pigmented as well. It looks like there's nothing on the brush, but trust me, there is. Some here. I might keep that out to do yeah, here on my eyes, and brows. So I use this brow gel. Let me know if you can find any good brow gels. I mean, I like the Peel one, that one, but sometimes I just forget to do them, and because I get ready in the mornings, like within 15 minutes, it doesn't actually leave the tattoo brows on long enough, and I always forget to do them at night time before I go to bed, and yeah, I just forget to do them. So, and to be honest, I've got quite decent brows anyway. There's just like little bits like here to fill in that are a little bit thinner. So I prefer using a brow gel. But this one, it is good and it's a beautiful shade, but it's very, very watery. I mean, there's loads on that brush, so I literally have to wipe the majority of it off. You'll see in a second when I put it on my eyes how much actually comes off of it after I've wiped it off. I mean, look at the lid, you can see all that I've wiped off. And there's just way too much on there. Right, so then I just put that on. See, loads have just come out. And then I'll put a bit on this side. So really, I don't need to like line my brows at all. I just, you know, fill them in with a brow gel. Because there is a lot of stuff on here, I tend to just kind of like put all the gel on it and then go over it with a brush with obviously nothing on it. So I've got like the dual one here from Primark, which I absolutely love, and I do, well, it's a triple actually because you've got the powder on it as well. But because I get changed because I get ready fairly quickly, it's just easier for me to just use the gel and then brush it. Like, I love this eyebrow. This eyebrow is my favourite. That one, don't like it. As everyone says, my brows aren't twins, they're sisters. Love it, hate it. but at least I don't have to spend hours doing my eyebrows. I just have to brush them because I do have decent eyebrows, but I have extremely bushy eyebrows, so this is with them like plucked and stuff. They'll be so thick if I didn't pluck them or wax them. I've kind of got used to plucking up now. I used to always get them waxed, and when I pluck them they always used to make me sneeze. I am getting used to it, but yeah. So I'm just going to be using this mascara. I'm not a massive fan of this mascara. I got it because it said it's waterproof. Maybe you may not know, I've been on the search for a perfect mascara and I actually found it from Primark. But Primark has brought out brand new mascaras, and the mascara that I love, they no longer have it. So I might do a testing all the Primark mascaras to find which one's best, because I have long lashes. So if I apply it on the top and the bottom, because they're so long on the bottom, some of them actually run. And when they run, within a space of like an hour of me putting my makeup on, I'll end up with black bits under my eyes because it will just run. And it used to frustrate me so much. Even if I didn't physically like rub my eyes or anything like that, that's what would happen. I basically, with this one, it runs. And with, I thought waterproof that wouldn't happen, but it does. And then the Primark one, it actually wasn't a waterproof one, but it didn't run. Which was amazing. So I think I'm going to have to just buy all of them, because it's like 5 different types now, and the one that I have just, and I think, to be honest, I've thrown it away. I hated the actual brush that came with the, because I like the white one, the silver one, sorry, I like the silver one, but I didn't actually like the brush because it was so thick, I was getting it everywhere. So then I also bought the pink one to see I'd like that one, and that one would run, but the brush was a lot nicer. So I used to have the pink brush in with the silver one. They're both the same size bottles and stuff like that, so it's fine, but now they've changed them all so they're like this. I love kind of like the way that looks like little droplets, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan of this. I can't put it on my bottom lashes, so I'm going to have to do the top. But I prefer doing my whole lashes instead of just like the top ones. You hardly get any product on it when you do put it on, and like I said, I've got fairly long lashes, so it should be quite good, but I feel like I have to keep applying it to get like the thickness and stuff I want, so it's not that good. Wouldn't recommend this one. I feel like I'm just applying and then applying and then applying stuff. See, I wouldn't say it's like terrible, but I like my lashes to be a little bit thicker than this. So yeah, it's not my favourites, but it's one I've got for now. Lips. I absolutely love the Stay collection from Rimmel. I've got a couple of the matte ones and a couple of the satin ones. Today I'm going to be using the Stay Satin, and this one is in Spike. It's quite a like everyday type, very neutral colour. I like to wear the satin ones when my lips are quite dry, because then it doesn't only come up drier. But then wear the matte ones so when my lips don't feel that dry. Don't line them at all. Just pop it on. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my eyeshadow palette. It's actually one of my favourites. It's a fairly new palette. I'm sure I've used on a Get Ready With Me before. I'm using the Revolution 1. I absolutely love it. I love the colours. I go for kind of, like I said, warm colours. I like my pink ones and my neutrals. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm only going to probably do a little bit like on the around the edge. I'm going to be using this one. And I'm going to pop some setting spray on it. I've just got the Unique Behold setting spray. So yeah, that's my look for today. Very simple, basic, but just a little pinch of eyeshadow, which except I don't tend to wear, but today because I had time. But that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'm a mum of two, to Andrew and Eva, who is 4 and 7. So I upload videos like motherhood, fashion, lifestyle and beauty and hauls, cleaning, basically everything. So if you're interested in watching something like that, don't forget to subscribe. But I hope you have an amazing rest of the day and I will see you soon. Bye!